Hello, hello. This is Saggy Joe. So I wanted to talk about a funny video that I saw recently. It's called Mandarin Duck Gets Slapped by Pigeon, which is actually really funny. But there is a plot twist here that you might not be expecting. It's by this YouTube channel called Win Experience. I'm not gonna watch the whole video. I will hopefully I'll try to link the video in my description, and hopefully you can give it a watch because I think they deserve more views. Even if it's 2.2 million views, this is something that they were able to catch on their own. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't really look more into it. And yeah, let's just get started with the video. So my computer sucks. I kind of have to repeat that every single time that I do these videos, but we'll just go on with it. So here we see our main. Our two protagonists. We have and there's a third one that's trying to butt in. One of the side characters trying to help with the plot development of the story that we're about to see unfold. Now, if you're not familiar with birds, I hope to God you're at least familiar with pigeons. So, of course, the one on the left is protagonist number one, and the one on the right is protagonist number two. And side character Bob over there is in the back, near closer to the tree. And I guess you have more side characters just there in the beyond in the yonder rock over there, and so in the water. But they're not really important to the story, but they do help establish a very good setting of what's of the story that's about to happen. So we see here that there's quite a few, and the human over here. This is a very big PSA, by the way. Humans or people, humans who feed birds, you should be more conscious about how you feed them. A lot of birds can't really eat bread. It's better to give them something grains like this. I believe these are what, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. Either way, they're more digestible for the birds. Bread, generally speaking, is not very good for a bird's stomach. They have a hard time digesting it. It can get stuck in their throats, stuff like that. So it's very nice to see that this person who's feeding the birds is very conscious about that. They're doing their due diligence when it comes to feeding our protagonists here. And I think it's something that we can all learn from. If these two birds are our protagonists, then I guess this is the fourth wall. This is the God Almighty being, the one that gives their existence meaning, because without this food, these birds have no story. There is no story to tell without the seeds that we have here, and with these seeds, where it's gonna sprout into a story of one of betrayal, revenge, sorrow, and well, I don't think there's redemption, but we're gonna keep playing. Let's go. Okay, so whoa. I don't think we caught that. I'm gonna rewind it back 10 seconds. We're just gonna have to rewind it. It's very quick. Huh? Oh. Now we got a fight, a kerfuffle between these two protagonists. It looks like it's on a roll to betrayal. They were all getting along, and now the pigeon, in its all evil, well, it even has red eyes. Oh Jesus, it's really trying to fit into this trope. It's a very plain looking bird, very average, and it's starting to just trying to attack our beautiful protagonist over here. It wants more food. And looks like our protagonist was very much affected. It was very the tail. Why isn't that a Pokemon move? What is that? Wing attack? Oh, the 60 base power is being put to good use. Okay, come on, work, please, for the love of God. Oh, shoot! This guy's calling up his gang. Oh, well, this is one brave duck. I'll give you that. Standing in the face of these three arch nemesis, these burdens to society. Hooey, that's it's brave. It's brave. A lot more brave than I can. But I guess when you're hungry, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. You gotta get what you gotta eat. You know. So in comes the protagonists, like the female lead. You know, the one on the right. So a lot of times with a lot of birds, the female the female counterparts to the species are usually very plain, and it's the males that are actually very dressed up, very colorful, and are the ones who had to do a lot of work to gain the interest of the female ducks. It's kind of like the opposite. I think in our society we expect women to doll themselves up. Not that men aren't expected to like look good or dress nicely, but I think guys do get away with being more sloppy more often. But there's an expectation for women that you gotta, always gotta be hitting every single time. You gotta dress to impress, So the man, I gotta get that out of my vocabulary. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. I gotta have to stop pausing. Just let it play out. So here we go, the lovely couple. Ooh, another wing attack, another wing. Oh, and now Psyduck over here is riled up. Psyduck here is all riled up, and man, I thought these henchmen had this bird's back. They're looking around. Oh, and they are not backing him up whatsoever. Oh, and that. So the duck, the stance that it's taking is actually a pretty aggressive stance. It's trying to make itself look big. More intimidating, standing up straight, and you can see clearly the pigeon is not really in an aggressive stance, but I think looks more like a I'm watching you, I'm ready to fight, but not like an aggressive like fuck off. But the duck is like trying to tell this pigeon to fuck off. Okay, and there you go, the lady friend getting some more food, and this pigeon lost. Whoa, what the fuck? You're gonna use 3 wing attacks, and this duck hasn't attacked you back, and you don't want to approach it. Just weak. Didn't hit the gym, man. Did not hit the gym. Did not get the gains. It was too weak. Fucking level 1 Pidove over here can't take on a Psyduck. Oh, disgusting. So all jokes aside, it was really interesting to see this because the pigeons don't look like they look like now they're sort of gonna wait until they get their fill, and then the pigeons will come in and swoop in the remaining. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then there's another one, the henchman coming in with and then the Mandarin duck recognizes the pigeon that's been attacking him. I'm just gonna leave it here, but I found out really interesting how the the title would lead you to believe that the Mandarin duck got fucked over, but listed like 5 wing attacks, and I swear didn't even do like 2 HP. So this must be the final form. This is a level 100 Psyduck. It didn't even use this. Doesn't look like the headache even came out. Looks like all that they need to do is stand up straight and tall, and the pigeons were just like, oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So I just found this really interesting. It's a really interesting commentary on animal behavior, especially with birds, because it's very interesting how these things play out in urban nature. I wouldn't call this nature. This is more urban nature where it's a lot of these animals have learned to adapt with the humans around them, with the human surroundings, with the environment that we created, and I think it's really commendable for a lot of these animals. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end that over here. I'll go back to my recording software and have yourself a good day. Later days.